Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It is Friday the 20th of December, and for many of us that's the work week finished. We are now off until after Christmas. So yay for those of us who are on holiday, and commiserations to those who are not, one of whom is Kathleen. And certainly I did it for years when I worked in hospitality, worked Christmas, New Year, etc. And it's it can be quite a difficult time for people when they're working, because you get people who are looking for the holidays when some place isn't shut down. And for many years it was very much if you're the person with kids. Now, we never had that in my family because we just accepted that my parents worked Christmas, New Year, etc. But I remember, what was it, when I was 17, and mum worked in the hotel, I worked part-time in the hotel, dad was a patrolman for one of the roadside recovery services, and I got shifts in the hotel waitressing, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, boxing, and I made a lot of money for a kid still at school. That was a lot of money I made. So I was like, yeah, I'll work. So of course, when I had said that, then mum said, right, okay, I'll work. And what she did, because most of the people who worked in her department were younger than her, she's like, what do you want off? Because do you want to be at Christmas with your family, maybe younger siblings, etc.? Or do you want New Year, which is party time, depends on, who's off when, etc., etc. And I think she ended up working Christmas. And so did dad. Dad's workmates, they had kids, etc. But it wasn't really something that we thought about until I was older. It was just accepted that, sometimes they would work, sometimes they wouldn't. They both did shifts, so it was who was home at whatever time. Um, but I'm presuming, because I remember a lot of the Christmases when I was younger, that they were there when I opened my presents. I don't remember later in the day, to be honest, but I remember opening my presents that they were both there. So now it's a case of, there's a lot of stuff out on the internet saying, I want to have Christmas off with my family, but because my workmate has young children, why can't I have it off? So like, that's something you need to deal with between yourself, because there's no right and wrong answer to that. There really isn't. If your job is something where you work through the holidays, then that's your job. And, you just have to try and get through it the best you can. Obviously, as I say, Kathleen's working. We'll have Christmas dinner when she's finished. Or had she been doing the late shift, we would have had Christmas dinner before she started, a good couple of hours before she started. So, yeah, it's quite I don't want to say manic, but I mean, a very weird time for trying to get off, trying to get everything organised. And what had come to my mind when I was coming up to make the video was, are you a Christmas P or are you a Christmas R? And Christmas P is the prepare or panic. And that's like two distinct sets of people. You've got the ones who are all prepared, and you've got the ones who are now running about panicking. I'm more the panic type, I have to say. But I was at the shop at 6:30 this morning, getting the fresh veg, etc. That's us. We're done. We're not going to the shops. The other one, the Christmas R, is the rest and relaxation. And that's where I hope to be, because I've done my running about just now. Excuse me. There's still a few things I want to get done in the house. There's still a few bits and bobs I need to wrap. But I'm done, basically. Most of it is done. So hopefully Christmas is rest and relax this year. And that seems to be, the main division with people. Some people are just so busy, they've got so much to do. And I get that. If you've got more than one kid, If you've got family coming, if you've got a lot of people to make a meal for, I mean, I know a lady I worked with, she used to have like 30 people for Christmas dinner. It's a huge thing in their family. So she was preparing for weeks. And even when she, like, if she stopped work today, she would have the work night out, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, she's going to be cooking, she's going to be pre-cooking, she's going to be sorting stuff out, etc., etc. So, yeah, that happens. I obviously don't know about that because I was an only child. We never had big Christmases. We only ever had small Christmases. So that's quite alien to me. So I've never really been involved in a big Christmas, which I think I'm quite thankful of, because all that noise and people is not something I'm used to. Yeah. So we will be having a quiet Christmas. It will be a relaxing Christmas. But basically, I think what I'm trying to say here is, it doesn't matter what kind of Christmas you're having. As long as it's something that you can live with. I don't even mean enjoy, because there's some people don't enjoy Christmas, and I get that as well. But if you can get yourself through it in the best way for you, then that's the best you can do. So here's to everyone having the best Christmas they can. As I say, for many of us, that's work finished. Some of us will be travelling. Some of us will be shopping. But here's to the best Christmas you can have. Catch you later.